So, hello. Let's do the Mother Healing one. Oh, look, there's what the hell? There's retreat again. So I just mentioned the word retreat loads on the one I've just done, and then there's retreat again. So there's a strong message to retreat, a very strong message to retreat. So this could be followed on from the other one. So we're going to use a spread this time. I didn't in the last one, and I'm also going to put a timer on. I can be half an hour or something, but we'll just yeah, I'll put half an hour because, and if it's shorter, it's shorter. Right. So And so remember, I haven't really been remembering to say that on these, but if you like the cards that I'm using and the themes that I'm focused on, you can book a session for yourself. If you look at the community tab, there is a bit of money off on, well, basically, there's a bit of money off on everything right now, which I might keep on until the end of January to help people out a bit, or I might just keep it on for like till like mid-January, but I'll just see. Or I might keep some of them and, not the others. But just now, the one the most excited about is I put energy into everything I do though. And when I burp and hiccup, by the way, if you heard me, it's because I'm clearing energy. But um like yeah, the Back to the Future sessions where I think I'll either publish that like tonight, but it really just depends because if I've got to watch these back and title them properly and that. But I've already watched them and I was like gobsmacked. Like I was really excited when I was watching it. Um, and so they're on the membership already. And I think with some of the ones I do, depending on what comes through, I might keep them there. But with that one, you will see it. And so basically, what explained in the community tab, but I'll just explain it here. If you're willing to do what Lexi's done, and basically to put you in the picture, what I done was I didn't show you where I relaxed her and got her into hypnosis because I just think it would be very boring for you. Um, but so I can do the same with you is I'll do that and then if we'll have spoken about that anyway, if you've agreed to let me share it, I will record the bit where you're bringing through information about the new Earth, um, only because that's the bit that people really want to know about anyway. But then I want to do that, like I'll do that with Lexi at some point as well, as like I want to, after like so probably in about a month or something or a few 3 weeks at least. I'm going to get Lexi to give her insights on what she got from it. You know what I mean? Because that's really the point. If you're missing that, because I might not be very good at explaining it, is come with questions. Like you can come, you can same with a past life regression. It's just I don't want to focus on the past right now because, but I can. This is confusing. And also it's quite funny because this session, this ancestral patterns, this is about the past. So actually, right now we can't. But in general for the rest of Capricorn season and Aquarius season, right, which will take us right up to Aquarius season will be right up to it changes. Well, I think it goes into Pisces on the 22nd of February, yeah. So basically, from then is when I'll focus on talking about past life regressions more, right? So, although I am doing them, because I even done that with Lexi after we'd done the future stuff. So that's why I slept a lot. I was exhausted, and she'll need to integrate and be exhausted. But um, but for Aquarius season, which is from like roughly, like mid January to like mid February. I'll be focused on talking about these future progressions, or I like to call them my back to the future sessions. Um, and yeah, it would just be brilliant to have quite a few people's experiences. And it's really just to show people that it's real. Because the sad thing is, I'm aware that even people that don't know me very well, or even if you do know me, you might think that like it's a setup or something. And I swear to God, cross my heart hope to die, it's not. Like this is real, and it's like I know that I'm gonna get like more of the same. Like I know that whoever else I do this on that's willing to share. So I hope some of you are out there. I just think yous are going to say similar in hypnosis. So and again, I have to stress I'm not the first person to ever do this, but I might be the first person on your radar that you've seen like this. But it's just it's so exciting. Um, so yeah, so basically read the community tab, but if you're willing to And can I just say, you might even say that you're willing for me to share the clip. And then for whatever reason, when you watch the clip, you might be like, oh, I don't want to show that. That's okay too. But the thing is that's not going to happen because if you agree to it, it's going to, the guides and your higher self are going to go the way that it's meant to, that, that it did with Lexi, that it'll be fine to share. But I would get you to, okay, like as with Lexi's case, she's like, I trust you, just put it out. I don't want to watch myself. But I was like, watch it because it's fascinating. So I hope she does watch it. I'm sure she will at some point. I hope she does because it's fascinating. But yeah, but what's different about it is when it's a past life regression, um, basically the point is because this is quite hard to explain, but because I've always done these quantum sessions, like quantum healing and basically clearing timelines and past lives and stuff like that. I used to film like when I do my astrology psychic empowerment. That can be hours and hours and hours, which is why that is a lot more money on it never used to be that much when I first started because I was just first starting, but it's a big session and it can be done over a few days, or if you want to sit in the one session, I can do it. But again, a lot of energy, changes people's lives. Every session I do does, the way that they use me to do it, it's big stuff. But, um, the the point is with that is yeah, I quickly realized it was like, whoa, what is it? Like this is powerful. And like it overwhelmed me quite a bit as well, if I'm honest, with like how like big it was, like what was happening. Like I said, like there's loads of people that I've done that with. Like we're talking like nearly 10 years ago now, 8, 9 years, and they're doing like big stuff in the world from dormant gifts being activated through me looking at their chart. That's not an astrologer. Do you know what I mean? I might channel about astrology, but that's not what every astrologer does. Do you know what I mean? They'll give you the insights and tell you what, and then you've got to go and do it with it. And still there's people that I'll have told them big stuff about their charts and they might not take the action, but most people that I've worked with have actually implemented what came through, and it's like I said, it's exciting. But but yeah, the point is like those sessions. So put it this way: if you're not wanting to share a clip, then just book it at the price it's stated right now. But what I'm saying is that might even be more than that, like in the not too distant future, because it's hours. Yeah, it takes hours to do, so it has to be priced accordingly. So I cannot stress to get it now if it feels like something you want to do, and then get even more of a discount. Like I said, if you're willing to let me share just a wee clip of it, it's not even all of it. And I'm grateful if you do. And anyway, you can email. And also, like I've explained, when it comes to putting people into hypnosis, which really, again, that's hard to thingy because I relax people with everything that I do, like just through watching my free stuff. And even just if I'm doing a session. But the way that, what I mean is like, if I know that I'm actually going to do like one of my more in depth, like you'll be under where you couldn't open your eyes and stuff. I don't do that with just anyone. Like when I've worked with people in the past, and I either suspect you've got um stuff going on that it wouldn't be wise and you haven't told me, or most people I'm very close with and they tell me. If you're on any kind of medication, it's it depends what it is, but yeah, I just wouldn't do that. It's not wise to. You're better to wait until. But oh, hey again, I did fall asleep during that live. It finally seen the end today. Thanks for that. You're very welcome, and you took the advice. Love it. You're very welcome, Connor. Um, Right, let's see. So I was just doing a bit of housekeeping there, so I'm going to get into the reading now. So whatever I title it, it's going to be what it's about. So I always put mother healing and feminine energy and stuff about inner child and ancestral, but I don't always put receiving love. So I feel there's going to be something coming through here about, I suspect it's going to be about the difficulty in receiving love from anyone or romantically, with this being twin flames. And it's stemming from something to do with my mother. I don't know, it's not always going to be that way, but I just feel that is it. Right, so let's see. Have faith, but it's in reverse. So yeah, I think this could be, I'm picking up on somebody. And again, this can make sense to a whole load of you, either male, female, divine feminine, divine masculine. But I feel you could have lost a bit of faith right now in life in general or people, like trusting people, which would connect with what I just said about finding it hard to receive love. Face your shadow, yeah. So correct your mistakes. How interesting. It's in reverse. So I feel like what they're saying here, I need to slow down a bit because I don't slow down and then I don't have a thumbnail. Because it was correct your mistakes, but it's in reverse. This is going to speak to you. Now, again, this is very specific again, but I feel this is for a collective of people where I think you've had like someone around you. I'm going to go with a mum, right, that didn't correct the mistakes. Now, if this by any chance happens to like resonate with anyone else in your life, just take it. But it's just because I know they're focused. Like for instance, I've got a feeling when I go live on Monday, I might bring through mothers in spirit or grandmothers, right? But um, don't need to be told to have fun twice. Went to a football match, been a lot happening, just got my technology back. Or go you. We're glad to have you back. Going to read my emails and update you soon. Anyway, good. Glad to hear it. No, because I've been, like I said, I was just giving you your space, but I'd be delighted to hear from you. And but yeah, I feel that's what this is. It's like you've had so again, do I want to use the word narcissist? I think I have to. That I'm feeling the energy of it. I feel you've had like a narcissistic or someone with narcissistic tendencies that like, they were never wrong and they didn't correct their mistakes. And even if they happened to notice that they're in the wrong, they didn't apologize. Um, and I feel whoever's resonating with this, it's like you're having to face your shadow about where you might have difficulty correcting your mistakes or um, apologizing for things. This is very specific, so we're just wait a minute. That seems like a row, doesn't it? Face your shadow, correct your mistakes. It's not from me, it's coming through from God. As if that's any lighter. It's just God, it's not from me, it's just the wrath of God. Sorry, I have to use my humour in this. Wait a minute. Slow down, Claire. Fuck's sake. Like, can I squeeze my wee face in the middle there? No. See what I mean? It's too far away. Oh, fucking hell, right. You're seeing a bit of my shadow getting stressed out here. I just can't seem to work that out. Let's one more time. So maybe this has got something to do with the message. Maybe you're, maybe, wait a minute, I need different, but maybe you're feeling like you can't do something, but you can. It's I'm getting this because like I'm being shown like different sessions that I've done with like males and females, unfortunately, with narcissistic mothers. And it's like it's very hard to do something when you've never had encouragement in that area. And actually I said something like that in the one before this, because it was like I said about having to try again or something. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's fine. My face isn't in it. It's just it's there's something about it. It's better to have your face in it because it's more personable for people. Um, so that's what my goal is this year to like show up more. I show my face all the time anyway, on the short. Oh shit! I forgot to fuck. I forgot to do the shorts again. I'll do them after this. Right. So these cards bring through things about trauma and stuff. So because that's what Mars and Cancer is as well, right? So that's just to put you in the. It's because think about it, the last 2 days, I didn't home in on it being about a mother at all. Like, yeah, I can't remember what the other ones were, but today it does seem to be. And that's going to happen a lot because Mars is action, anger, aggression, um, and other things, but that's what's relevant here. And Cancer is the mother. And so Mars and Cancer, Mars retrograde in Cancer, which also makes you go inward, is going to bring up a lot of stuff about mother wounds. I might change it to mother wounds actually in this one, because that's what feels more fitting. Whereas for other people where there's not a direct thing going on with a mother wound, it could just be you being more comfortable with receiving love, or like for instance, like it could be like you've got a mum that overgives. Like for instance, like so that to demonstrate things like that, that resonates for me. But I've improved with that massively over the years, and it's because I've been drawn to my mum when I say it. Like my mum is just so amazing, like to the point where I even said that in their live. Like I was saying to her, like I don't need you if my food shop's coming, but she's got too much food, and so then I was like, well, it's a bit stupid to because basically I'm going to finish later tonight. Actually, like I am going to be because I've got somebody at 8, and I'm meant to finish at 9, but might be a bit longer, but I'll try to be kind of not too much longer than that, and or I won't be able to keep up with these. But so anyway, so that's actually really helpful that she's dropped me off something so that I just need to heat it up. You know what I mean? But again, I can cook from it, and my food shop's going to arrive actually probably while I'm doing that session. Um, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I'm giving that example of like because my mum would drop things my mum would drop things at the drop it. She would basically drop something to go and help somebody, right? Which is a lovely trait to have. But I'd like to think well, I know that I've been a huge influence for my mum to stop doing that so much and put herself first. And she does now do that. But she is still just such an amazing person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'll do in jest, I'll be like, I remember one day it was like fucking, I don't know, it was snowing, but it was like raining and everything. And I was not joke, I was testing, right? I wasn't going to actually, basically, I was like, what was it? I think I'm like TMI, but I think I had my period or something. I think I was really craving chocolate. And basically, the point is I was like, oh, I really need chocolate. And I think my mum had already brought me something up, right? She was like, oh, I'll go back to the store. And I was like, you would actually do that, eh? You would actually go back and get the chocolate. And she was like, yeah. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. I'll just deal with it. Or I would like get I'd get someone to deliver it. Or do you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, so that is actually a lovely trait to have, but also dangerous in the wrong hands, isn't it? Like people could take advantage. So it's and I have, it's kind of like it. So I'm aware of that. You know, what I mean? So that's so some things I could be a bit like I'd just be really nice and do all this shit for people, and you know. Whereas now, okay, it might still look like I'm like that but it's like I look after me first, and then I'll help people with what I've got left. So, hello, Nathan. Nathan, you left and came back. So, welcome to Rainbow Warriors. I am gonna. Hello, how are you doing? I am gonna be doing the challenge soon. So, and I'll be putting stuff. So basically, see when I do the challenge. I'm going to be, I think I'll have to do the challenge on here in public. Which if you've never done the Fuck It Let's Go challenge, I've ran it twice in public on here, but it was very quiet. But we had loads of fun when we done it on here, and actually people had massive quantum leaps in their business. People had huge leaps in their finances, in their joy, from doing that free challenge. So again, it's going to be really exciting when there is more people doing it. But I'm either going to do it in public on here, right, or I'll do it on Zoom, and there might be a payment on it, probably more than likely. Or it might just be that, it's if you're part of the Rainbow Warriors, the second level that Nathan just joined, or um but basically it's important for people to know. So Nathan right now, if I run the challenge for free on the channel, I will do extra lives or something to do the challenge on that level only. You know what I mean? So just so that you're, otherwise like what's the point of being that level kind of thing. Or it'll just be and at some point I think it will just exclusively be there. But as I said before, I'm only doing that uh when I'm guided to, but I do feel like I'm going to be doing it at the end of the month. A lot's going on, Claire. Please pray for me, my twin. I absolutely am praying for you. I will do it right now. And absolutely, you can tell me about that when I speak to you. Right, so let's see. So based on everything else I've said about something to do with receiving love, finding it hard to receive love. So like I said, it could be examples of like more sort of lighter stuff like what I've just given. Like you could have just been overgiven because you could have seen that around you, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like this is stronger. It feels like it is what I said. So I'll use cards I'll use those archetype cards. Invoking self-realization, opening my mind. So you could be opening your mind, but you could be opening your eyes as well to something you couldn't see before. Oh, I think there's two cards stuck together. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Oh my God, that's pretty cool. That was stuck behind that card. Wait a minute. So I said opening my mind. What? I'll read them both again. Opening my mind, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. And then each breath confirms how awake I already am, invoking self-realization. They were stuck together. So that's how. So it's like stuck. This is such. I love the way my guides give me messages. This is codependent because these cards were stuck together. And that's why I read them like that. So it's like, yeah, this does feel like a connection where like a mum has um taught you to be overly dependent on her. And but now you're awake to that being unhealthy. But also there's something about that your beliefs that have been shaped around what love is isn't healthy. Oh, okay, this is a bit deep. I've got the inner child cards as well. By the way, see when I say in the public ones, like this is a bit deep. Nothing's too deep for me when I'm doing a personal session, and actually nothing's too deep for me personally as it's 1818, the moon card secrets. Oh God, there's secrets. Double the secrets too as well because it's that's interesting. I saw 1717 earlier, and now I'm being drawn and now I don't have a very good feeling. It's basically what I'm saying is it's not too deep for me on here either, but I have a bit of a problem when I start to feel things that are too much for, you know what I mean? Like it would be fine if we were, so if this resonates, it's better to book a session. I don't know what I'm picking up on here, but I don't really get a very good feeling. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. I feel it's like, it's like the light was drained from you. That's what I want to say. The light was drained from you. Let's use these. So that's the conflict. I wasn't really using that spread, was I? Let's the conflict, because this is going to blow my fucking mind. If the mother comes out, you know what I mean? The mother, or wait a minute. My signs for specifically, I've got different signs for my sign of a narcissistic mother in these cards is specifically the Queen, which is really funny because when some people use these cards, the Queen is the divine feminine, and I think very rarely it would really depend on all the other cards around it. Would I see the Queen? Because I just see the Queen in this deck as a narcissistic mother, or like a karmic energy. But the karmic energy can be someone's mom, but it could be like someone's actual partner. But it's like the queen, the mother, or the crone. The siren, but I usually take that to be like a female karmic energy that's like a romantic one. We'll just see what comes out, but it's not me, so I'm shuffling. And again, I have to stress, do not make this yours if it's not yours. If you've got an angelic mum like mine, that isn't perfect, because like I just said, she's so angelic, she runs about after everyone doing shit. But she has got better at that, to be fair. And I'm alright, because my mum doesn't watch this. My dad watches it though, so I might tell her. But I'm only joking, but he won't tell her because he doesn't. As I've said before, my dad watches here and he makes out he doesn't. We don't talk about it. It's but it's obviously I say it, so it's funny. But no, I'm not saying anything bad anyway. I'm not saying that it's not true, but yeah, you would know. You know what I'm saying. So I'm sorry if you did have an experience where you've not been treated right. The forest. That's always my card about you can't see the wood for the trees. I feel you were confused. I feel you were confused. I feel you've been manipulated from a child. The venom. It's not any of the ones I mentioned, to be fair, but it's not great, is it? I feel you've had a venomous mother in particular. But this could even be like, this could be like a mother in cahoots with like a couple of aunties or shitty pals, or you know what I mean? Or it can be like when a mum gets in cahoots with a karmic energy and I don't know, but a venomous mother. The dead end that just leads you to a dead end. What that's about, a dead end in your love life, guide you towards the wrong person, or staying so stuck in an area of life that's not fulfilling. The shapeshifter. It's like, sorry, I'm like wanting to make an inappropriate joke now, but I feel like I need to introduce some humour. I have to stress, I would not do this in your personal session, but because it's general, I want to lighten it up a bit. I'd be like, instead of saying your mum, it's like your mum's a shapeshifter. Do you know what I mean? But like, I think seriously, your mum's a shapeshifter. If this is for you, it's like I think this is like it's either past, present, or I hope it's not your I hope it's not any of I hope it's not your past, present, or your future. But it's like your mum's not telling you the truth because the 18 is also illusion. Like 18. By the way, I was born on an 18, so I help people. Well, I reveal secrets, don't I? And I help people see through the confusion, illusion, and the lies. But in this case, it's like, yeah, it's like a lying mum, a narcissistic mum, a mum that's manipulated. It's not nice. And my stomach feels sore. The comic. And you might hide this with humour. This is like, I said something in the one earlier about Robin Williams. Like, usually when you're a bit of a comedian, it's hiding something. The Village, Karmic. But yeah, look, the fucking Village, that came out in the one earlier too. I know nobody's seen the other one, but it's like it takes a karmic village. By the way, I'm purposely not reading what yous are saying because I can feel I've pulled in people. This is gonna, I'm not saying everyone in the chat's gonna resonate with it, but because some people, like basically, I've just saw Connor saying at one point, so it's kind of like, but I just feel I don't want to read it just now. But hello, Heather. I'll read this at the end so that I stay with it because it's sad, it makes me upset when I pick up on this. And let's be honest, I pick up on this a lot in sessions. And if people have had a session like that with me, you'll know. But, and so I think it is important that I go with it when I pick up on this in public. But it's hard to channel it, it really is. The village, the fucking village. I channeled about a jealous village. Literally, the thumbnail has got jealousy on the card. And that was more based around someone that's meant to be doing work with their twin flame. And it takes a jealous, vicious. It takes a jealous, vicious. I just said, I meant to say a jealous, vicious. I said vicious. That sounded like vicious, village, venom. It's not good. It's just not good. It takes a karmic village with a karmic mum in this case to keep someone away from their destiny. Whether your destiny is a twin flame, because again, your destiny isn't going to just be encompassed in a twin flame, but it could be caught up with a twin flame. But it's like just your destined happiness. You could be destined to be a footballer because someone had mentioned football. Do you know what I mean? It's like you could be destined to be, although, sorry, but if someone's destined to be a footballer, I'm pretty sure somebody's narcissistic mother would push them down that way because of the fucking dough. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, but then you would, but then that's, yeah, do you know what I mean? But then that's an issue, isn't it? That's the energy I'm getting. So if you recognise that, I'm sorry, but I hope lots of people don't. Um, Hello, Vandana. I'm not doing personal cards right now. I am doing a collective message, which is very deep. So you could stay for it if you would like, but I will be. When will I be? What are we on right now? We are in Taurus Moon. I will tell you exactly. I will be doing quite soon actually, next week. I'll be doing the free cards for people. Uh, Either probably Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Come back Tuesday and Wednesday next week, people, and I'll be doing free cards for all. And when I've got energy, when people use the wee donate button, I can pull you a few cards when I'm doing these lives, if I've got time. But some days I won't feel like doing it. But yeah, I'll do it on the Leo moons is when I do the free cards. The timer's just went off, but we need to put more change in the meter because yeah, I've got time to do that. Right, so what else do we need to know about this? The Vow, yeah. Again, The Vow always reminds me of the film The Vow, where, oh my God, it isn't so much the mum, it's the mum and the dad. It's the fucking mum and it might be your mum and your dad. Fucking hell, in The Vow, it's the mum and the dad. Oh God, I have to give the whole synopsis of the film. So, if you've not seen The Vow, right, my favourite, and I know I say they're all my favourite, but it really is my favourite. Like, they're just like this most amazing couple ever, but there's an accident and then she loses her memory. And in this example, whenever I give this, she's the divine masculine and Channing Tatum is the divine feminine. And there's always that joke that surely you've seen it, that it's like when you wake up and Channing Tatum's telling you they're your husband, you just be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. You're my husband. Who the fuck is this tiny guy? Do you know what I'm saying? Because she's like, was anyone else hurt, doctor? And he's like, you know who I am, right? And she's like, yeah, my doctor. And he's like, I'm your husband. And it's just, that's what was the meme going about. It's like, why the fuck would you, like, you know what I mean? You would just be like, yes, that's right. Yes, you are my husband. I have no fucking idea who this guy is. I can't remember anything, but I'll just fucking go. Anyway, so, but the thing is in that, to be serious, he knows stuff. Oh, wow, he knows secrets that could instantly, like, well, provided you believed that actually, but it's like, because it's a true story too. He knows secrets that could instantly put her in the know to not trust her family because she's not seen her family for years, right? But basically, he doesn't tell her. And and so it's fucking annoying when you're watching it and all that, right? But like, yeah, it's like what actually it's like the example I gave in another live I just done before this. Like he lets her work it out for himself and not to be cruel. It's like that is real love. It's like, and that's why I love the speech at the end. It's like, sometimes they'll just let the colliding particles. Oh fucking hell. I used to know this off by heart and I can never remember it when I need to. I'm gonna read it. I think we need to read it. But it's the gist is like the colliding particles um go their different ways and then they come back together even closer because he allowed her to find out the same thing again that she finds out. I'll not ruin it in case you've not seen it. It actually did bring her closer together with her family and forgiveness. And then and then spoiler alert, they do end up back together again. So actually it was a good thing. But like he actually sacrifices their because he has to, because she can't remember who he is. It's like the twin flames are now. Your twin flames fucking, whether you're a couple or not, like they're all about you, and then it's like you're nobody. It's like, what the fuck? Um, it's true. I know you get what I'm saying if you're a twin flame. When she goes off with fucking Jeremy and fucking Jeremy's karmic energy, you know what I mean? Jeremy's fucking niggin too. Sorry, I know it's like beauties in the eye of the beholder, but Jeremy is no attractive. Like, sorry, Channing Tatum, Jeremy. And remember, Channing Tatum's Divine Feminine, so it's like Divine Feminine, toxic, karmic, siren, feminine. Divine Feminine. Channing Tatum. Do you know what I'm saying? Each to their own. Some people like toxic. Um, Colliding particles. And I better put in the vow. Because it's physics. That's what he's describing as well. It's physics. And twin flames are physics too, but I'm not the best one to go into all of that because a moment of impact. There we go. The moment of impact. The moment of impact proves potential for change, has ripples effect far beyond what we can predict, sending some particles crashing together, twin flames, making them closer than before, while sending others spinning off into great ventures, landing them where you've never thought you found them. That's the thing about moments like these. You can't, no matter how hard you try, controlling how it's going to affect you. You've just got to let the colliding part go where they may and wait for the next collision. And I mean, I could go really deep with that because I went to see that at the pitch. Wait a minute, did I? Yeah, no, it's more a more specific of a memory of I was out for lunch with my best pal, one of my best pals, and I had said, and at the time, I mean, I've known her now like over, it's like nearly 15 years, or under 12 or 15, something like that. And she was new to me going on about my twin flame and blah, blah, blah. But the point is she missed out on all the other shit that happened before. The unseen. But the point is I had said, can I say that? I think at this point I can say that. But like anyway, I had said if they ever make a film with these two actors, I'm going to see that as a big sign about me and him. Because someone, a taxi driver when I was younger, had said that I looked like her. She's a shapeshifter in a good way. She looks different every film. But in The Wedding Crashers, she's called Claire, and it does look like how I do my hair. Um, and actually in The Vow too, because she wears glasses and her hair's wavy at some bits, but then she's got blonde hair and it looks something. But the point is, and I think you work out the other one. But like I said that before that film came out, and then that film came out right after I said it. So my friend obviously was like, "Wow, you're really fucking psychic." And anyway, the point is it's so that's why that I love that film too, because there's a certain, but like even to the point when we were at the pictures, my friends were like, "That's like watching you in such and such." Like that's how crazy it was. So anyway, the vow. So that's why I like it. But I feel to bring it back to why I even started mentioning that. Sorry to people that are arriving. I'm going to speak. I'm just on a bit of a roll here, and then I've went into a bit of a Venus and Pisces romantical thing here. Oh, thank you for the donation, Connor. It's by the way, anyone that donates, I will do private. I know that's probably not why you done it there, Connor, but anyone that donates, I will do cards at the end because I've got energy here. Um, yeah, he's a good guy. And to confuse matters, he is the divine feminine in this. He doesn't tell her things that he knows because he doesn't want to, he wants to just win her back the right way. That's the way I would put it. And have it be real. And that is the way it goes. Spoiler alert. So yeah, but I think the whole point is because it was coming more from like a mum angle. It's the mum and the dad are manipulating the situation. She's lost her memory, can't remember, and so they're like, "Oh, darling, we've not seen you for a while, and don't bother about why we've not seen you, and just come with us, and we'll look after you." And he's like, "Lying bastards, man!" Like doing, he's knowing why. Yeah. Anyway, it's quite interesting the way they've just said that. Right. So anything else from this deck? So that's the give us, is there anything more about the conflict is the venomous village, the vicious venomous village. Wow, that's harsh, but that must be true. Um, and jealousy came out another one, right? How my actions perpetuate the conflict. So if you are the person this is resonating with, your actions perpetuate, can I say that word? Your actions make the conflict worse by the womb, by going along with your mum. That's what that must mean. I'm a womb healer if you weren't aware of that. That's why I heal people with mother wounds or problems and well that's it's one of the reasons, you know. Like a clear trauma at the womb. And like I've said before, not many people are able to do that on this planet in the way that I do it. Like I really when I say I don't like channeling about the deep stuff like this in public, it's for a reason and you'll know if you've ever had a session like that. Like on the days where I'm really exhausted, probably when I'm not wearing any makeup and sitting in my glasses and, you know, I've got up and I'm still wearing the jammies that I had on the night before, you can probably bet your bottom dollar I've had a really rough session the night before. Like, because I can detach from things I tune into for people. But even like just that, like, you know, because it's not so much like I could be sitting with someone for hours and it's not that. It's just, um, well, actually, yesterday there was a bit of a high, like when me and Lexi done the future stuff, because Lexi's how fun was that, Lexi? You know what I mean? But it just depends. Like sometimes it's really exciting because I'm in that new earth energy, but sometimes it can be the stuff I pick up on really heavy, and it's a mixture of all of it. But yeah, basically, oh sorry, I did burp loud there. I don't know if you heard that, but I never do that. So again, I think that stresses how bad this is. And if anyone has joined halfway through, I've picked up on this is specific to like a narcissistic mother. So if you've not got that, this isn't for you, but you can just sort of, you know, watch. But um yeah, I don't think we need another card. That did answer that. The thing the th oh actually now look, the thing I'm in conflict with. Look how many cards. Oh my Christ, what am I picking up on? Look how many cards are in that deck. What did at the start I said if the mother, obviously, the mother, the crone. I remember that I said if the mother, the crone, or the queen comes out, that for me is the mother. And look what's come out, the crone. And that's the question is the person thing that you're in conflict with, the mother. But we all have with the womb too. So we already know that and the unseen. So there's something, yeah, what I don't know what this means for people, right? But there's something that either you're still not seeing or some kind of big secrets that's come out because I saw 1818 or that will come out. And it's yeah, but can I just stress the crone isn't the crow medicine is very wise. It is an older woman that's went through all the seasons. So it's not always like a bad thing. But for me, like I've said, with this particular deck, whenever the crone comes out, it does kind of remind me like an older witchy woman and not a witchy woman in a good way. It's like, because I like the word witchy, and I know some of you do, but in fact, quite a lot of people in this chat do. But like throwing things at me, we like the word witch, but I just don't like the word witch because I clear witchcraft. So I just think it's confusing people. But it's like, um, this is like I feel it's like witch, you know, like a bitchy, gossipy, in everybody's business in the village, in the neighborhood, and would cause trouble in their own family with their own children. You know, it's not a nice energy here. Fucking hell. How that person thing, how that person makes the conflict. I can't say perpetuates. So let's just say how that narcissistic mother for everybody this is resonating with makes things worse. In some cases, this could be a narcissistic granny specifically, but you know why I'm saying that? Because I just got flashed up when I'd had a session with someone years ago where it was their, I think actually, unfortunately, that it's the mum too, but it was a granny that was like a head of a family that was really bad. The desert. This feels like although the question is how the person is making the conflict worse, this feels like if you're this person that is like not knowing how to receive love or give love in the way that your soul longs to, is what I'm feeling. It's like you've been deprived. Because look, this is the desert card. It's like you're out in the desert looking for water. And it's like what I always say about that card, it's like the only thing that's going to quench your thirst is real love, like the feminine, if this is about for those that know who their twin flame is. But if you don't know who your divine feminine is, it's like you don't even, you're just seeking this love that you don't even know yet. The village is on the bottom again. and remember how the person or the thing, so the thing could be the situation is the village of people that's making the conflict, the inner conflict worse, the people that surround you. Oh my God, how mental is this again? Because bear in mind, I know I get so repetitive, but I have to stress for people that are new. This is exactly what I said, because they're just speaking through me. I said there's a karmic village of people. It takes a village of people to keep somebody away from their dreams, whether that is a twin flame or what they want to do in general. And it's got a lot to do centres around a mum. And we've got the crone in the village. That's exactly what I said. Um, one thing within my control to help solve this conflict, and then we may as well stick with this deck, and then I'll read the. My God. Seriously, if this really spoke to you, you haven't ever had a session with me. Maybe you need one. But even if you have had one and you're needing the support, like I said, because I've got that, I think that's the womb again. It might not be, but I'm pretty sure it is. Like, book a session because there's money off just now. No, it's not. But it is the nectar, which, you know, that can have many meanings, actually. But that can have many meanings. In this case, I think, again, it's just like keeping you away from the sweetness of life. Black magic. Yeah. See, I mean, you could see by the way my face was going there, there's a lot of unseen, unanswered questions here. Manipulation. That reminds me that this this is not this is a black widow, but that would be what a narcissistic mum or female is. You know what I mean? Once you fall into a black widow's web, you're not getting out if that's your romantic partner or a narcissistic mother. But I don't really like to say that because I have helped many people escape from things like that. Romantic partners, romantic exes. But you know what I mean? Someone you're not with anymore. Again, someone that you're not with anymore that still, controls your life. Or a mum. I have helped people escape from all of this. So don't make that the case that if you're in that you can't get out of it because you can. And when I say I've helped people one to one with therapy and sessions, but I've also helped people through those shamanic journeys, by the way. Like, so they like that, you know what I mean? You don't even need to spend money. But if you spend money as well, because like I've explained with money, you're the demons in you, when you pay any kind of money, donate or like book a session. Oh God, I'm going to need to read these comments. Black Widow session incoming. Oh my God. What do you mean that I would call the session that? Oh shit. Oh God. Um, like it's saying to the demons in you that you want help with this because there's like the shitty energy connected to money. It's like a part of you being like, yeah, I do want this help. Whereas if there's something about the importance of that, like, you know what I mean, the vulnerability. Even if that's like the only place you can start, it is a good place to start because basically, if you've had, because remember, I have to keep saying this, not everybody has had a narcissistic mother, I must stress. But it's like if you have had that, or like a dad that's like that, someone around you or sibling, something like it's like because these I think this was so long ago, but I think because that card said at the start, correct your mistakes, but as I explained, you're around people that don't. It's like it'd be the kind of people it's like, I'm not going to therapy, what the fuck's that going to do? That's not going to help me, or I've not got anything wrong, or why do you need to go to that? You've not got anything wrong. Or you know what I mean? It's people that like, well, I'm perfect. Like my shit don't stink. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I don't do anything wrong. I don't need to say sorry to anyone. Like, sorry, I think I'm like channeling somebody because like that was coming. I don't use these terms, but this is all the things that came out of my mouth. The mentor. How weird is that when I was saying, I don't need therapy, I don't need that. Somebody needs mentoring around this. Whether that is people that tune into me just through the videos or people that come to me one to one, or it's not me at all, and you watch the multitude of amazing people on this platform that teach about narcissistic Like I know it can be a bit OTT on every platform. Everyone's a fucking narcissist, but it's kind of like, there's a lot of amazing people that teach about childhood trauma and inner child, and you've just got to be careful. Like don't like overload on all of that, because like I've mentioned before, like that guy with the glasses. Sorry, I know that's annoying as fuck when someone doesn't say the name of someone, but I genuinely could never remember. If you put it in, you'll find it. If you need to find it, you'll find it, right? But because there's another one as well, like what's the crappy childhood fairy or something like that. It's like, but the one with that, like he his is really like his is hardcore. Like if you had like very narcissistic parents, I would say, or one or the other, because like. So yeah, like I don't think it would be wise to watch that if you didn't really, because you could start thinking all sorts of things, and you got to be like I said, you got to be careful. Like it's like because I must stress, even if this was a personal session, I will look for every single avenue, and it's not me. We will ask your guides. We will every single avenue to how to fix this. I don't like the word fix, but that's what I heard. How to heal this between you and, say, a narcissistic mother. How can we heal the mother line so that this is healed and resolved and there can be, how do we mend the bond hurt by pride? Because that's from Brave and it's very like the work that I do, so that's why I say that. But I have to be honest, in some circumstances, and it feels like maybe with this one, when it's a Black Widow spider, somebody that's determined to sabotage, well, unfortunately, their own child is what this feels like. For whatever reason, that people can go all kinds of fucked up with that. And, we pray for anyone, like, including the mother. I don't want to say the narcissistic mother, but it's kind of like, but don't make this yours if it's not yours. There are people that I've helped where there's been trouble with a mum or a dad, and we've done ancestral healing, soul retrieval, and it might mean you need to stay away from the person for a few months, 6 months, maybe even longer. But then over time, you can start to build a relationship again. Just to give another insight, but I don't feel that's what I'm picking up on here. Eros, the dead end. Because they want. How weird is that? It's not weird, but that's why they got me going about the vow. Particularly the bit of what I said, like that's about a sacred sexual union. Like, because Eros is like sexual energy, but you know what I mean it's like it's not just like a flash in the pan kind of one night stand. It's like it's the you might have met that way though. Some of us did, but it's kind of like I didn't actually. I take that back. I did not. I very innocently kissed mine for a year and then it went that way. But it's kind of like it's like in clubs randomly is what I mean. We just but I don't know why I don't know. Maybe it was the energy. Maybe it was I don't know. But like yeah. They want to create a dead end in your love life. That's what I'm getting from it. That's a case of the karmic energy in someone's life as their mum. Shite, but true. Right. So one thing within my control to help solve this conflict. God, what do we use for that? Right. I think I might just read the comments because see how it's like quite a lot of people came for this one. So right. I resonate with that, Claire. My codependency with my mum has warped my life and I've been struggling with letting that go. Well, we're going to help you with that, Nathan, in that personal session. Thank you for being vulnerable, for sharing, because you're not the only one. I sneezed several times just now when you said my mum doesn't tell me the truth. Oh my God. And hello, Heather. I think I said hello. I mentioned you in this live stream at some point, or it might be in the one before, because I was just saying thank you to well, all of you actually, because a lot of you were there. But thanks for creating that space on Monday, because I'm excited to do that again on Monday. Um, so put your thoughts out now to your loved ones in spirit, because they will show up if you put it out. Like I can't guarantee who's going to show up, but like someone will show up, basically, and it's entertaining, or very, very touching and moving, as we saw. So 100% agree. The comedians always start with being given too little attention. Oh my God, what the fuck just happened to my throat when I read your comment there? Like my throat started going. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? I just watched one of my, again, I'm calling everyone my favourite. That was a standing joke. My pals used to slag me for that all the time. Everyone's my favourite film. Everyone's my favourite song. Everyone's my favourite. Yes, I do say it quite a lot. But yeah, I love Dead Poets Society, and I watched that the other day. So fucking sad. Oh shit, that's a little bit like what I'm saying too. Not so much. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, not so much narcissistic because we don't see it, but the dad. Oh God, by the way, that's a very extreme example. I think I might have just given a very extreme example. The dad's very harsh and is pushing the son down a certain route. He wants him to go, where, is it law school or something? It's law school or something, or accountancy. He wants him to get into something that he wants to get into because he never followed that route. So he wants his son to do it. But the son's really creative and very good at acting, and he just blows everyone away in this play. And it's tragic because the dad's like, I'm giving the whole storyline away here. But yeah, basically, you can I don't know if you can guess, but it's if you've seen it, you'll know. So if you haven't seen it, see it because it's a brilliant film. But the whole point is that the dad pushes him too far, and well, everyone regrets it in the end because it wasn't worth not allowing somebody to go where they want to go and do what they want to do because it ends tragically. I mean, it's really sad, but it's sad too because of the teacher gets scapegoated and it isn't his fault, Robin Williams. So there could be something. All the bits of the way that they get me use the films, there could be something here where you've been made the scapegoat and you never done anything wrong. So this could be I could be speaking to divine feminines, I could be speaking to you are the divine masculine and like you're scapegoated and blamed for everything, you know what I mean? But so it's all very woolly here. Like you just watch the films to get more input or take what you get from it. But that's the whole thing it's one of my favourite sayings is carpe diem, seize the day. So somebody could need to seize the day here as well. Like it's time to do this shit now. Like there's no time like the present. Are we still in Aries moon? No, we're not in Aries moon, but actually we are in the very 0 degrees of North Node in Aries, your destiny, because it's about to go into Pisces. So, there is a lot of get up and go. I don't know why I'm looking because I know, yeah, 0 degrees Aries. Um, I want to start, I don't like that song, but I want to start singing, You are my destiny, you are my one and only. I pulled the card, the one on the one earlier. Right, anyway, I'll carry on reading. Um, I live with my boyfriend's mother and she has narcissistic tendencies. She more than takes advantage of me. Oh my God, Heather. Well, you might want to watch this from the start, and I'm very sorry to hear that. And that really does, well, it sounds like it fits with what I've been channeling from the start here. So I'm sorry to hear that. Also, can I just say, right, so on this one, oh God, I nearly dropped all the cards. And that means something. Tower moment. I'll put a link to, wait a minute, I'll do it now while I'm saying it because I thought I was waiting for the next time you were on because there's a shamanic journey that has helped people get out of situations like this that lots of you are aware of. But if someone's brand new, like a few people that have joined, you won't know how powerful this is. And sorry, I don't know how else to say that, right? It is me that channeled it, but I channeled it from God. But it is powerful. Like it's helped people escape the most toxic life-threatening situations. So, but there's other ones that can help you, but this one in particular, if you feel guided to, but from the things you said the other night and the things you just said there, if you just leave it open to how this will help you and trust, it will help you. That's what I'll say. Um, so this journey here, basically it's for getting out a karmic situation, and but like to stress what that means, that could even be the karmic situation could be you're trapped stuck in your head with negative thinking and it's like crippling you and with taking action with things. It doesn't need to be that you've got a narcissistic mother energy because obviously in your case that's not your mother, it's like your partner's mother. But it's that could yeah, it could or it could be you're stuck with a karmic energy, a romantic one because of kids or not because of kids, because of some other reason, you've got bought a house together, you can't get out of it or something. Loads and loads of different reasons. Or the karmic situation could be you're hooked on drugs. You got a sex addiction. You can be all different types of things here. Or fucking bad luck if it's all of it. You know what I mean? Sorry, bad joke, um but it works. Because I think I gave the example of the one that I've because there's another one about codependency. It's all on that playlist. Play, light code activations, meditations. The one about codependency, a friend of mine, somebody that tunes in too, but a friend of mine too that watched that, who was being pulled back to a karmic person from the past, and she knows up here it wouldn't be wise. And it wasn't even because there's a huge sexual pull in him, by the way. It was codependency. It was because it was comfort, and it was because it was getting close. It was before Christmas. And so basically, because this would be somebody that I speak to in my personal life anyway, I was like, look, and I just said I speak to someone in my personal life if I only if I feel guided to, like I would, um, like but professionally too. And I just basically was like, you might want to try that. It's helped a lot of people that have dealt with that. And anyway, the gist is, I've said this before, but she listened to that because it was more recent. And then when I caught up with her like a month later, I just looked at the word month when I said that. And it's not like we'd planned it, it just happened that way. She was like, by the way, like that completely, like I was blown, basically she was saying I was blown away by how much that worked. Because she just never thought about them. Like she listened to it and she never thought about them. But it's true, because it's like when I was getting all those witchcraft attacks, because that's what it was. I listened to my journey about clearing witchcraft, and I felt, yeah, it didn't touch me. So my guides and my power animals really come through to bring in that protection and healing. But the thing is, you've got to keep it up because it means like, people that were sending me jealous, evil eye, blah blah blah, they're doing it every day. So it's not like I don't listen to that journey every night because that would be a bit overload. But when I'm finding that the shamanic clearing and the clearing because I smudge my energy every day after everything I do every day. But if I'm finding it's something still bothering me at night or blah blah blah, like then I would listen to that. So, but then one step further, if the journeys aren't working, it's telling you something. It's really, really, really bad, and you need to book a session. You know what I mean? And like always stress, you can book a session with other people that are good at the things that I do. But if you've been listening to my free journeys and you haven't booked a session and you're feeling guided to get healing, it doesn't make sense to then go to somebody else because there's something about karma with that too. But it's not like I don't mean in the sense of I I give to get. It's more in the sense of like karmically speaking, even if I wasn't the person that had done it, it's not. It doesn't seem right, does it? Like if someone's put all that energy out there. And then you go and give the credit to someone else, literally the money, but I just like to stress, I do work very well in conjunction with other professionals, even other healers. But if you've never had a session with me, there'd be something up with that, I think. Anyway, but it's more so I'm sharing that for people that might not be in a position financially to book something. Um, my dad abandoned me before I was born. Oh, Nathan, I'm sorry to hear that. But I know that also you've got a connection with like you were close with when we spoke in a private session, you were close with your dad too, weren't you? I mean, it can be complicated. Um, like so, you must have had contact. Oh no, was that your stepdad, Nathan? Sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but you can tell me when we talk. Um, Super interesting, definitely a fun experience, and would recommend others do it too. Yeah, it was fascinating. Have you watched it yet? I was saying that it's like you were like, I don't want to watch it back, but did you watch it? Because it was fascinating. Like, I can't wait to do that with more of you. Again, it's not the first time I've done it with people, but I love it. Yeah, the sessions you did giving me chills. Old fucking bitchy witch. Well, Connor dropped the mic on that one. Yes. Or crone. Crone, you know what I mean? But old fucking bitchy witches, I think nails it. Um, or that old bitch is what we'd say in this country, isn't it, Connor? But anyway. Um, so Sorry, not sorry, guys. I don't know who I'm talking about here. It's different people's. It's like your ma. Oh fucking hell. We need to end the session now. It's going wrong. I don't mean any disrespect, guys. It's Connor said it. Blame him. Goes deep. Is there deals on just now? That's going to be an apt name for it for sure, sadly. Um, yes, it depends what way in which there's deals on just now in the sense of my sessions that are normally quite a lot of money anyway. There is, it's not quite £100 off it, but it's like 8 to 8 or something. I worked it out. So if you look in the community tab, you'll be able to see. But also, guys, can I just say for those of you that I know a bit better and that I trust, I can actually create an invoice where you can pay bits to it. But I'm only doing that to people I trust. Otherwise, people bump me. Just to be honest. But I know that, well, not none, I don't know everyone, but I know some of the people on this chat, I would do that if needed. But um, strange situation when the child surpasses the consciousness of the adult because they're aware what's going on. Their parents' own trauma playing out when the parent isn't. Yes, I know it is. It's very complex, but it sadly happens a lot. Some kids are so smart, it's sad but impressive. I know. Good shout, not seen Dead Poets. Oh, have you not? Yeah, but you have seen it at some point. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. I hadn't seen it in years. Um, yes, everything you're speaking resonates. What has and is taking place in my life. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Going to the chiropractors, I will be back. Well, I might still be sitting here. Well, I might not be on this one. I'm going to do the other one. Oh shit, actually, wait a minute. I've got a session. Yeah, I'll need to wrap this one up. This one's at the end anyway, but I'll like I said, I just had my tea before I started this, so I don't need to eat. I'll be eating at like 10 o'clock at night or something or later. Right, so to wrap this up, how one thing within your control to help with this conflict, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let any, oh my God, look at this. I shuffled before I really took that in what the question was. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Wow. Did I already get a thumbnail for this? I don't even think the thumbnail was the thumbnail was something about the shadow and correct your mistakes, wasn't it? I think that might be a better thumbnail. We'll just see. Yeah, that's the one thing that's in your control is to take back your power and be the real you. Because this, whoever resonated with all this, and well, it seems like quite a lot of people in the chat did, male and female, but um, particularly those of you that are in divine masculine. In fact, that's all divine masculine. Um, don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Yeah, I'll screenshot one of those me looking serious because it feels like it fits. Right, well, I'd love to say that that was, thank you, Connor. I think it is too. I'd love to say that that was a pleasure to channel, but it was what it was. It was quite sad. Um, And yeah, I'm praying for anyone that's in that situation. And, and if you've got the courage to get away from people like that. And like I said, like that isn't everyone's situation, but as you can see, it's quite a lot of people are resonating with this. So, I mean, actually, you know what I mean? Just thanks for people that are actually sort of talking because it's like, it really does. It's a few things. It helps show people that are watching that this is real, but it also comforts others that have went through similar and that are dealing with trauma, because some of you could be having trauma from situations like this, that you've been long away from people but it's got lasting effects, but some of you could be in this and still all tangled up in the black magic and the confusion, the manipulation, and it helps people break free of it. um Oh shit, no, that's why I'm like that. I'm like, why do I feel like I'll pull an inner child card and then we'll end it. So, what? And actually, maybe one of these. God, it's like I just keep like finding right. What? This usually comes up with the wounds. What else do we need to know from love? Yeah. So this actually, just to put you in the picture, this has got things like hole in the soul, sadness, family, selling out. Oh my God, Lexi, there's the prostitute card. Guys, I'm not just calling her a prostitute, right? Because I don't think I should really be saying that on this, but what words are you allowed to say? But and also I mentioned Mary Magdalene in the one before. But yeah, this is like this person, so whether you're a male or a female, that person's selling out by not being the real them. Or that could be like, being pushed into things to do with money, toxic sort of energy. Oh my God, all of that's come through in this, isn't it? But it was in reverse. So I feel if you are somebody that's like, because she looks dead in the eyes, it's like, I always, I always make a joke here though, but it's like, no, I'm not going to make the joke. It's not appropriate in this case. Sometimes I do make a joke. Um, but yeah, like, I'm not gonna, it's not even that bad a joke, but but basically what I'm saying is there's ones that are pretty hardcore, like about your wounds, but the ones that came out here are love and unleash your creativity. Your love for your twin flame is what it's going to be for most people. But I'm only saying most people because if it's not about your twin flame, you don't know who that is yet. But for most people, you do know. But it's like the people around you, led by a mother, have held you back from your creative self and from your true union. So it's not a small message. And so let's now see what the inner child card is. It's a bit like when I've said before, right, that pay attention that if your family and your friends, I always just say family and friends because whenever I go to say your ex or like your current partner, I mean, of course they're going to have an issue, but it's like whoever it is that is like got not nice things to say about the person you believe to be your twin flame, it's they must have it in for you. And like I think that can be quite hard for some people's heads to get around, but it really is true because that is an aspect of you. Like your twin flame has got some similar you've got similarities and differences, but it's about when you've not got all the people sabotaging and attacking you and you bond and you connect and you talk it through and you realize, oh right, you look at it this way, I look at it that way, and if we can kind of meet in the middle, so it's about reaching a compromise when there's not all the people creating more, confusion and webs and mucking it all up. It's like you can heal it, but you know what I mean? It's hard to, I know what, you know what I mean? That's the best way that I can describe it. And I don't usually when I get lost for words like that, it means you're a bit lost for words on how, I just feel I'm picking up on the person that's really confused here. All the people this makes sense to. But it's like, yeah, that'll crystal clearly make sense to you that it's like, I would say in the cases where it's like people are like the card was venomous. When someone's venomous about your twin flame. That's like a huge red flag. Why? Why? Like, I would want to hear the reasoning behind, and behind that, and again, in this case, that would be really fucked up if it was someone's mum. But it's like, there's something that really triggers you, like the triggers them about you. You know what it reminds me of? They're guiding me all the stars on the tree again. It reminds me when I've had sessions with people where you've got a really amazing talent. Like I'm specifically being shown people where like I worked with someone once where I worked with a couple of people, older women, where it's like they're really good at like acting or something, like really talented. But like mate, say the mum was an actor or something too, and they're older now, and it's like they're jealous basically because they're not doing it anymore. And it's kind of like what I said the other day. Whenever I've had folk that really fucking stick the knife in or turn out to be very toxic, that have liked my work to a certain point. It's always older women. And by the way, most of my clients are older than me and older women, and they're not like that. So it's not everyone. But every now and again, there's some because it was even I don't like saying older women, but it was even an older woman friend of mine that is a supportive woman. I don't know if she'd like being called crone, mind you. She might fucking, I got something to say. And two women I know like that, that they were the ones that said it. It's like, jealous older women. Well, somebody said something a bit stronger, but you know what I mean? And it's somebody that maybe hasn't fulfilled their own dreams, so they tear down someone else's. But in this case, it's horrible if it's your actual mum. So find somebody that's a strong mother healing energy like myself, because I channel I can't be your mother, but I channel Mother Mary energy and Mary Magdalene and Goddess Isis energy every day, and sometimes it's coming through like Goddess Kali, and it's like tough love, but it's support to sort of build you up where you've been torn down, but yeah. Become aware, listen to the wisdom of your body. That's so deep, but I feel this is about, right? And I know because I've had this in sessions over all the years, but even like, some of the sessions I've done last year, this can be how the trauma is speaking to you in your body. This is when you're like, why am I feeling like this around these types of people or this type of situation? Or why am I being triggered by this song or this film or this program or that person that's like and it doesn't kind of make logical sense, but your body's having a reaction. That's the trauma. And don't question that because there can be reasons for that. And that's when we can do past life regressions to which are really deep sessions, to go back, like if it is about childhood stuff, like to go back and to see what it's triggering if you don't consciously remember. Because that's the thing, how many people do you know that are like, I can't remember anything from my childhood? That's trauma. You disassociated, but you disassociated because fuck knows what was that bad that you know what I mean? But it's certainly not your fault. That's what I find myself, I'll be saying it again tonight in my session. I find myself saying that in every session. It's not your fault, whatever it is that's making you feel like that. But the chances are, whoever around you has made you feel like it is your fault. It's not your fault. But I don't know what it is for each person. But a time to remember, oh my God. They are inner child cards, but they don't all say, look back on your childhood. A time to remember. Listen to the wisdom of your body. I'll read listen to the wisdom of your body, but it's making me feel sad. And then I opened the book up at listen. So yeah, I feel this really could speak to people that are having like real somatic experiences. Like, that I talk about this fairly often, but like I'm a huge fan of like trauma, release exercises, like just gentle exercises to release the trauma. I mean, because that's what we've like. I know somebody does that actually. It's kind of like, it's like that's locally in person, but there's people online and stuff. I mean, because I've thought about it, I met a chick, that'd be another blooming thing. But the point is I help people release trauma in the way that I do it. But if you feel guided to do exercises, there is gentle exercises that you can do that help you release that trauma as well. Or like I do tapping, like tapping with people on the points because I keep meaning to do like I've done them on the shorts a few times, and but I think those are more of the ones that I'm going to put in the membership. But I might put them on here too. But all of these things are brilliant. There's loads of things you can do. So anyway, we'll wrap it up with this. Our bodies are wonderful, and then I'm going to be coming on again. So if you're still looking for something to do, I'm coming on to do the next one. Our bodies are a wonderful collection of our lived experiences. They hold for us feelings, memories, and states of being, a living library of the subconscious. There's beauty in this collective, but there can also be pain, particularly for the inner child. Because of this, it is good to practice becoming aware of our body's current state of being. In a comfortable place, close your eyes and bring your focus to your physical body. During this exercise, you may experience strong sensations in the body, no sensations in your body, or sensations that fall somewhere in between the extremes. You can obviously watch this on the replay. If you don't, on the replay? On the replay. You can watch this on the replay, or you can do it now. All these responses are normal. The purpose of this practice is to connect with your unique body. With your eyes closed, bring your awareness to the inside of your body. Imagine what the space inside your head feels like, and imagine opening your eyes. Oh, so annoying, that alarm. On the inside of your head and looking around. What do you see? How does your head feel? Now that your gaze is focused inward to your body, take a few deep breaths, relaxing with each exhale. Practice bringing awareness once again to the top of your head. What does it feel like? Heavy or light? Tense or relaxed? Can you attribute any sensations to an emotion? Note how this area of your body and Note how this area of your body feels and move downward, stopping at each area as you go. The throat, the shoulders, the chest, the arms, and so forth. What thoughts and sensations are coming to you after this practice? Is there anything that you feel you need to do for your body now? And what I would say is if like I feel like this is, I mean, not all bits of it, but I feel this is really to do with like if you're not comfortable with like other people touching you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, yeah, that is what I mean. So it's kind of like when I've spoke about before, like, flinging your body about a room in an actual way. Anyone can do that. Do you know what I mean? Anyone can do that. Like, but it's like what you might find is are people are a wee bit more uncomfortable that if you've got like extreme trauma like that, but like say like somebody you're in love with, a safe, healthy relationship. But let's use that example. Somebody just like tickling your arm or tickling your back or like basically it not needing to always be actual, like but you might find that if you've got discomfort around that, it's that it kind of is like a lack of trust and stuff, you know what I mean? So anyway, I would go deeper with that if it was relevant in different sessions and stuff like that. But it's and the thing is that's what's important for people to know that I can do huge clearing in these sessions. I just like it's like clear style. I just mix all the different stuff that I do. So if you can read between the lines, those of you that might have experienced like real extreme, I mean, all trauma is extreme, but I'm talking like real stuff that's like it's just consuming your life, and you're overthinking and you're thinking about, it's like then we can do something where I've explained this to somebody actually that I've done that with like like I've done quite a few. In fact, I've done quite a few of these sessions last year. I'm doing them all the time, but basically what I'm trying to say is it's kind of actually more upsetting for me than it is for you. Like, and what I mean is because I'll put you into hypnosis, and it's me that actually needs to hear what you say. And then what I find is whenever I bring somebody out of this, you actually can't remember because we clear it. So some people deem that as hypnosis, but it's really more than that because whatever I do with all the different parts that I do, it's and just know that again, I just always stress like nobody needs to feel sorry for me or anything because I then clear my own energy by actually just like a shitload of sage and sleeping, and then they'll just take it away from me, and I won't talk about it with you. I only talk about it with the person if they bring it up again. But actually, do you know what? And all of the situations I'm thinking of, they don't bring it up again because they can't remember, and it's not because you're disassociated, it's because we cleared it. So. It's big stuff. And it's look 1919. It's 91919. It's the end for new beginnings. And I'm going to leave that there. This was very deep. Not everyone's. It's important to take that on board. It's important to note that this is also general. It's not a reading either. It's clearing a lot of energy, and but I can feel it did speak to a lot of people. So anyway, I'll be back on the next one. But yeah, and I am praying for anyone that this spoke to, whether it's present or past experiences, and I